Hey friends, it's Steve with Real Progressives, and I've got the floating head aspect going on tonight. Got the black on black, got the nice black hat going. Try and give the illusion of max headroom. I'm just floating in space. El Sensei here. So I want to talk to you all a little bit about Black Men for Bernie real quick. And for those of you who aren't aware, Bruce from Black Men from Bernie decided that their group was going to fall in line for Donald Trump. And, it took me a minute to get my thoughts wrapped around that so that I could kind of ascertain, what the net effect of that is. Obviously I've got a whole lot of white privilege going on, so to speak, so I have a different set of requirements, a different set of rules that pertain to my decision-making process, unfortunately. But Bruce, being an African-American, you would expect, based on the demographics, based on the way that people perceive the world, you would expect that Bruce would naturally fall in line and vote blue. Now, let me just go and step back a second. Bruce took an approach that I strongly disagree with, and that is that he believes that it comes down to two parties, period. It's either them or it's them. And in his assessment of that, he made the decision, and to which I hate to say this, but I agree, that Trump is the lesser evil. Now, I'm not voting for Trump, I'm voting for Jill Stein. But the point is that it's that serious. If you don't understand how serious and awful Hillary Clinton is, that Black Men for Bernie would feel compelled to support Donald Trump, then nothing else will wake you up. That's how bad it is. That is how awful of a person, of a candidate, of a history, a violent, evil history that Hillary has. That Black Men for Bernie, as an organization, is out there right now at the pipeline, helping out with the protests for the Native Americans with the, DAPL, the Dakota Access Pipeline. And, I think that it's very important that we all realize that many people, first of all, don't want to die in her wars. And second of all, many people are looking at this as a situation where by voting for her, you're rewarding theft of an election, etc. So I disagree with Bruce's approach, but I like the fact that he's saying hell no to Hillary Rodham Clinton. I would not vote for Donald Trump, period. But I've also been on the record many times saying that there is nothing that Hillary Clinton does for our revolution other than literally pee on the flames. Whereas Donald Trump is like pouring gasoline on the flames. So I don't agree with Bruce, but that should tell you all you need to know about exactly how awful Hillary Rodham Clinton is. Now, Bruce, if you're listening to me, and I doubt you are, but if you are, there's still time for you to consider helping us out with Jill Stein. For everything that matters to me in this election, the whole bring back Bernie thing, you're just distracting from the one progressive candidate that's still actually running. Dudes, it's like if you had a doll, it'd be like, where do you hurt? Where's your feels? Right here? Okay, I feel you. So we're going to bring back Bernie because of the feels right here? Folks, if Bernie comes back, you're not going to need to campaign for Bernie. Bernie would win in a landslide. So bring back Bernie is just simply another distraction that allows Hillary Clinton to walk into the White House. You don't even realize it, but I swear to God, Bernie's not running. Bernie's no longer in the race. As much as that hurts me and it hurts you, Bernie is not in the damn race. So this Bring Back Bernie thing is little more than a distraction right now that is absolutely harming the progressive movement while we have an active candidate in Jill Stein. I'm just telling you how it is. I'm not asking you to like what I say, although I think you should. But if you do understand the long game here, you understand that any diversion from Jill right now while she's actively running only helps Hillary Clinton. You know, I want to see the Green Party or another viable third party, progressive third party, possibly like the Progressive Independent Party, challenging in 2020. I don't want to see an uncontested presidency, period. I don't want to see Hillary Clinton run for a second term if she gets it, uncontested. And if we all get behind Jill, we won't have to worry about that to begin with, because we have enough of us to win this damn election. We do. But we got too many people out there, bring back Bernie, bring back Bernie. Bernie's not running. Bernie's gone. Right now he's gone. And again, it's about getting over it so that we can get something done. If he comes back, if she falls dead of pneumonia, if she's indicted for some bizarre reason, I mean, there's a million of them and she hasn't been indicted yet. But if she is, and they say, we've got to find a backup, the DNC is under no obligation to put Bernie in there. You do realize that, right? He's played the good boy. He's played the good soldier. He's done everything they probably asked of him to do. And they're still under no obligation to make Bernie the nominee if she stepped down. Those bastards still throw us a conservative like Biden. Or maybe even they'd put Kane up there. I don't know. But they're under no obligation to put Bernie in there. None. Zero. Done. They're not. And as much as we'd like them to bring Bernie back, it's a distraction. So let's look at what I'm talking about here. Bruce has said there's no point in voting third party, so he's going to support Trump. And everybody's running around with the whole bring back Bernie thing, and he's not even running. So what does that do to the progressive movement right now? Let's talk about that for a minute, because I know you all really, really give a shit about a revolution, right? You care so much, so intently about a revolution. Well, let's see it. Until Bernie's back in the frickin' game, I want to see some revolutionaries standing up for the lone progressive candidate running. Are you going to do it? Do you care enough about this revolution to do it? Or are you so steeped in the cult of personality, you'll deep six the lone progressive running? Ask yourselves, are you in this to win it? Are you a revolutionary? Or are you just dying to fall back into the matrix? What is it you're in here for? For real. We all loved Bernie. We all love Bernie. He's not running. Unless she drops dead, unless she's indicted, there's nothing happening on that front. I'm telling you. So you are literally killing the opportunity for the one progressive still running by doing that shit. That can't be a proud moment when you look in the mirror and realize that's what you're doing. It cannot be a proud moment at all. It's got to be one of those moments that makes you step back and say, damn, that guy Steve told me again the truth. He laid the straight dope on me one more time. God damn it. But I'm serious. I've come online probably 5 times now trying to talk to my fellow burners and explain this, and I'm going to do it one more time. And I'll probably do it 10 more times, unfortunately, because that's just the nature of this beast. Number 1, a revolution is not a man. A revolution is a movement. And a movement is a massive amount of people pushing for change. A movement is not a man. Bernie is not the revolution. He was the spark, but he's not the revolution. And Bernie is no longer in the game thanks to a whole bunch of rigging. That leaves us with number 2. The next person up is Jill Stein. Jill Stein is running a campaign. She's been out there protesting. She's fighting. Now, mind you, I am not going to tell you for a minute that the Green Party is well organized. I'm not going to tell you they got a cohesive ground game. I'm not going to tell you they got it going on. They are hurting, and that's because we aren't helping them. If we put the effort we put into Bernie for the next 54 plus days or whatever it is left before the election, if we put that effort in, Jill'd have a shot. And the fact of the matter is, the only person running right now, bar none, that unites the Democratic blues who don't know anything about politics except they love their party, the milquetoast centrists that are progressive in name only, and the real progressives, sadly, is Donald Trump. You'll get all of us fighting against him, but guess what? It doesn't matter, because if you vote for Trump, you own everything he does, good or bad. That's why I am adamantly, passionately supporting Jill Stein, because when I cast that vote, I am responsible for the green energy policies she's pushing. I am responsible for an anti-war message. I am responsible for a Green New Deal. I am responsible for every good thing that she's presenting. And even if she doesn't make it in, I'm also responsible for helping a third party challenge against the dominant duopoly. So I'm owning that vote. That's a vote I can be proud of. Can you say the same thing? Is that what you're thinking? How are you measuring what is a good vote? I measure it by knowing that when I see people die in Hillary's wars, if she gets in, that I didn't cast that vote. I don't know. That's how I roll. So let's talk about what a revolution looks like. Without all the guns, without all the violence. Let's just talk about what we could do to bring about this revolution right now. Things that we're probably not doing. Number one, we got to get our minds, our individual minds made up. That our case of the feels is not nearly as important as this movement is. Before you get any further, do not pass go, do not collect 200. Are you committed? That's the first thing you got to ask yourself. Because sometimes you're going to be leaderless. Or maybe you'll have a bunch of leaders. Not every once in a while do you have such a fantastic opportunity as we had in Bernie. I get it. Bernie's not in the picture right now. He's going to be a great senator again. And that's what we got to rely on there. But in the meantime, though, what do we have to do? We have to organize. So ask yourself, where are you organizing? The local level is very important. We got to get aldermans, we got to get school boards, we got to get all kinds of stuff done in there. Local level, grassroots organizing. One of the members on our team lives in Michigan, Aaron Fox. And Aaron Fox is working with the Green Party to help them organize in Michigan. Bravo, Aaron. That's what I'm calling revolutionary. So we have other people like Sandy Scholes, who's on our team up in New York. Sandy's working with people trying to bring about change, helping get local progressives elected. These are the things you get plugged in. The next thing, never, ever, ever allow yourself to forget the long game. You've got to mentally condition yourself to realize that this is not happening overnight, no matter what. No matter what, the fruits of our labor will hopefully be realized in our lifetime. If not, it's for our children. You got to stop looking for quick fixes. We've got to fight today. Now, many of us, myself included, we don't have a million years. Some of us are on our last legs. Some of us are going to pass soon. We have got to fight today for them. And that means trying to influence the halls of power that are in existence today with organized mass civil unrest, with organized demonstrations, with strikes, with walkouts, with boycotts, with absolute power and unity, fist in the air, and truly, truly, truly hitting them in the purse strings, not letting them make money. We've got to do organized efforts. There are some movements coming up. I believe one of them that we'll be involved in is Occupy Inauguration. It's very important. All these moments that we get where we join together and we just raise our fist in the air in solidarity, saying we will not take it anymore, and make it so that it is a nuisance for all those people that have a bitch about this and that. Well, I don't like the way they shouldn't have protested that way. Well, they should have been more respectful. Well, they shouldn't have spray painted on that thing. They shouldn't have destroyed property. They shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have. We got to be able to do things that get in their craw. Money, voting, showing up in droves, protesting, standing in front, making phone calls, writing letters, running candidates, running mass quantities of social media campaigns to blitz the shit out of these people. It's time for us to take over. And the only way we can do that is if people actually believe that this revolution matters. And you might have to do some unorthodox things. Jill said sometimes to win you have to lose. Maybe we have to lose. Maybe we have to do different things. Everybody's always playing tactical politics. They're looking 2 feet in front of them. It's like, well, no, it'll hurt too much if we do that. We can't do that. That's nihilistic. I'm not that crazy. Well, if you don't do it, it's the same shit, different day. I don't know about y'all, folks, but I am done. I'm ready to fight. I am so just infuriated that we're not able to keep ourselves together as a unit and remember what the hell we're fighting for. We had people go out to Democracy Spring the other day, hearing them talking about friggin' supporting Hillary. Now I hear they're reconsidering that. Imagine there was some blowback. I'm not sure where that started from, but I can tell you right now, we certainly sounded the horn, didn't we? Because that's bullshit ain't good. No good, man. No good. No bueno. You don't support Hillary for any reason. That is like a serious non-starter. Non-starter for revolutionaries. It's like page 1 of the book. It's like, bullet point 1.1.1, never Hillary. Bingo. That's a revolution right there. You start with the first things first. You got to get your head wrapped around the fact that people are going to die with Hillary. Lots and lots of death. Lots of death. That is her thing. She is huge friend of the military-industrial complex. Huge friend. She's not just a 1%er. She's a puppet for the military. And I'm telling you right now, folks, going along to get along with that is the anti-revolution. But the next thing we've got to do, when we see people falling away, when we see people making excuses to fall away, it's our job to pull them back in, by hook or by crook. We need numbers. And going small isn't going to get it done. We need massive amounts of people that have a heart for people, to stand up for people. If we don't have that, well, shit. Let's just go ahead and watch the Redskins lose tonight, or let's go watch some, Kardashian show. And just forget this revolution stuff, because there's no point in doing it if we're going to half-ass it. I'm serious. Go big or go home. Mean what you're doing. If you can't make yourself heard via standing up tall and proud and saying, I will not vote for Hillary Clinton. I don't care if freaking tsunamis hit. I will not vote for Hillary Clinton. I will not cover up your mistake, Democratic Party, by helping you by voting for Hillary. I will not do it. And I will stay true to form. I will vote for the greater good, and I will vote for a progressive, and I will vote for Jill Stein. Now, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm telling you a thought process by which you derive who to vote for. You can choose to do whatever you want. That's the beauty of this country, supposedly. You can vote for who you want to. But as people listening to a guy by candlelight with the floating head effect, I'm asking you to consider, yet again, that if you want a revolution and you really want change, you got to do things that are outside the norm. You cannot say, well, you know, maybe in 2020 we'll give it a shot. No, you'll have an incumbent Democratic president who will go unchallenged, and you will have 8 years of her Calvinism and wars. It's the deal. You either get it through your head and deal with it. 4 years of fighting like a mother through Trump, or 8 years with the vote blues cheering themselves on for getting the first woman president, patting themselves on the back, wearing their styrofoam pork pie hats. Woo! Two-fisted with the bubbly. Woo! First woman president. Woo! People are dying, but they're wooing. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. The revolution requires thinking out of the box. It requires you understanding that if nothing changes, nothing changes. So this bring back Bernie stuff, God love you. I get where your heart is. But it is literally revolution killing because it ain't happening. The very people you need to do that, the very people that you need to make that decision are the very ones who rigged it to begin with. Just saying, man. Just saying. And look, for real, all jokes aside, I'm not a doctor. But if she's got pneumonia, she's going to take a course of antibiotics and she's going to be back on the road. She's not croaking from pneumonia, folks. It's just not happening. And Comey isn't going to indict her because he's on the payroll. So, what is it that you're thinking you're going to get? They would rather lose with Hillary than win with Bernie. They've proven it time and again. So it's up to us to upset the apple cart. Writing in Bernie does not help a progressive right now. It doesn't. Jill Stein is an active candidate, and she's a third party that will challenge the Democratic Party. Do you want a revolution? If you don't, it's okay. We can go to the local convenience store. We can buy some Twinkies. We can get some chips. And we can sit around and fart and laugh and joke. And talk about friggin' SpongeBob SquarePants for all I care. But when you're ready for a revolution, you do revolutionary things. And that is supporting Jill Stein, the lone progressive left in the game. That's it. There is no plan Z. That's it, man. And if Bernie comes back, if she dies, if she's indicted, if the Democratic Party suddenly has an epiphany, well, there you go. You vote for Bernie. You don't even need to campaign for him. We already know who Bernie is. There you go. You don't have to do a whole big campaign to take away from Jill and screw up the progressive movement by doing it. You can honestly vote for him if he gets back in. Why in the world would you be so dull as to cock-block Jill when she's active and he's not? She needs our support to get on the debate stage. Do you get it? Is there anybody home? You've got to help get her on the debate stage. That's the only way progressives are heard. Bernie won't be on the debate stage no matter what. Full stop. It's going to be Trump here, and Clinton here, cackling. Trump, crooked Hillary. There you go, folks. That's your debate. Are you happy? Are you pleased with yourselves? You better support Jill. It's the only way we get diversity of opinion. And Gary John's here. Well, I'm for legalizing marijuana. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, I just hate the government involved in it. Okay, you're out of here. That's it. I need a progressive, not somebody that hates the fucking government. That's the deal, folks. If you want progress and you want a revolution, you got to do something different. Now, Bruce, I don't know what you were thinking with the Trump vote. I really don't. I heard what you were saying, and I get it. But, dude, we're over here. Your friends, people that believe the same things you believe, that would fight with you tooth and nail. We're here to help you. If you want to come help us, support Jill Stein. But I get this one thing. Donald Trump is against the TPP. Full stop. And that's what's driving a lot of what they're talking about right now, is the fact that they don't have to worry about TPP getting signed into law by Trump. Maybe a small world for them in that regard, but just understand, Hillary will have those poor African Americans in the inner city dying in her wars, because that's who gets sent to war, the poor. Do you want a revolution, folks? Are you a real progressive? Or are you a Democrat? Or just a Democrat? Nothing against those progressive Democrats that actually understand what it means to be progressive. Are you really a progressive? Or are you just a vote blue sycophant? Are you going to slink back into the matrix? Are you going to double down on double plus good and just ignore everything you know about Hillary and pretend the bad words Trump said somehow or another equal the death of Berta Cáceres? You're going to forget about Syria and Libya, Yemen? Are you going to forget about bringing them the heel? Are you going to forget about it's a well thought out crime bill? Are you going to forget about W's Iraq vote? Are you going to forget about the personal responsibility welfare reform that made single moms freaking penniless? Folks, we got a track record on Hillary. Don't even fool yourself. Don't be moronic to think that she is somehow or another your friend, or even the lesser of two evils. Jill Stein is who's alive right now and well and running for office, and she needs our help badly. Go to her website, sign up, volunteer, donate some money to her campaign, give her some help. Let's get out there on Twitter. Let's get out there on Facebook. Let's go anywhere we can and talk about the fact that we've got a Green New Deal. Tim Canova's pushing a Green New Deal now, I'm seeing. Others are. Cornel West. Folks, we've got a lot of people. Chris Hedges, my hero. Me, Average Steve, pushing for Jill. My whole team pushing for Jill. This whole page is pushing for Jill. Are you revolutionary? Are you a real progressive? Do you want to see real change? Don't vote for Hillary. Stand your ground. Do the things I laid out. Start volunteering at the local level. Help your local areas start changing. Because the conversations we've got to have can't always happen in the middle of a campaign. They got to be happening the whole flippin' time. We cannot turn off. We got to keep on talking. Now, one final thing, and this is kind of heavy. Economics. I have yet to find any other page, any other group, any other platform, etc., that openly advocates for proper economics, who actually talk in truth about how federal taxes do not fund spending. For me to ever embed myself again firmly into a party or anything like that, they are going to need to tell me point blank, Steve, we are not broke. We are not cash constrained. We can spend on the 99%. We can give universal health care. We can give college for all. We can give family and medical leave without any problem. We can bump way the hell up Social Security. We can provide an employer of last resort. We can give a basic income guarantee to offset the elderly, etc. We can do block grants to the states. That's what I'm going to need to hear from any party that's ever going to get me to sign up again. And they're going to need to be able to say, we can do the climate yesterday. We can fix the climate by retrofitting cars, retrofitting buildings, retrofitting our entire power grid, because we have a sovereign currency. If they whine about taxes and they whine about that shit, you'll never have me, because that's idiocy. I can't support idiocy. I can't support moronic thinking. It's not revolutionary, it's stupid, and it's shameful. Because these people should know better. There's no way a dude like me should be able to know this stuff better than these flippin' people that are millionaires. The fact of the matter is they do know it. And the problem is the stuff I'm talking about wrecks the friggin' 99% lower status. It elevates it. It brings equality. And they hate that. So it's our job to force it. If you want it. If you want it. Anyway. I thank you all for praying for my dad and I. I thank you so much. I thank you for all the well wishes. I just got more than I could ever imagine. The support has been incredible. Just a quick update. I think I'm about all cried out right now. My father is coming home from the hospital tomorrow afternoon. He will be in hospice care. They're giving him about 2 weeks to live. And it's their decision. He's going to be comfortable. He's going to be in the home with my mother, my brother, my sister, myself, hopefully, if I can get there shortly. And it's going to be a whole lot of talking about how much we love him and all the good things he did for us and all the wonderful memories that we do have, not the negative stuff. And it's going to be a celebration of his life. But I'm dedicating my revolution, the one that I'm willing to fight for, I'm dedicating it to my dad. I want to make sure that people don't suffer anymore. And there's no reason for it to, because we have the money to fix so many problems. It's only shameful ignorance. It's only shameful Paul Bottism that thinks about gold standard economics that kills people. It's murderous to be a dummy on economics. It's murder. And I don't want anybody else dying because of stupidity, because of worthlessness, ignorance. It's shameful and it kills people. Just like people that'll vote for Hillary and they'll send them to war, people that advocate for cutting federal spending are murderers too. Cold-blooded killers. If you think our country is broke, you're a murderer. Or ignorant. You take your pick, but you better say one of them, because as it stands now, I call you a murderer. And mean it. Because the result of your ignorance is murder. Never forget that, because I won't. Anyway, folks, have a great night. Fight this frickin' revolution, gang. It's time.